Alright, hello there guys. So we're up to video number 2. Hopefully you've seen the first video where I created this odd looking shape to my moustache here. So I've got one curl this side and one straighter curl. Some of those that are into continuity may notice that I think I've got it the other way around, and I've also got different clothes on, but that shouldn't bother you too much. I hope you don't get too confused. I'm sure you can work it out. So yeah, just checking that when you dry this side, going for the English style, dry the hair, pull down in a straight angle like this, and then this side here, if we're going for a more curled handlebar, is we're going to curl up using our fingers to curl here, aiming up with the hairdryer this direction. So today we're going to look at wax. Now the idea of getting this shape in first means that you need less wax to hold your moustache, so you're not going to get too clogged up with things. It's not going to feel too heavy, and also you're going to have to work it less, you're going to have to pull it less, which is less stress to your hairs, and then subsequently at the end of the day, because you've got less stuff in there, it's easier to wash out, so there's less damage again. And so all in all, this will make your moustache a lot healthier if you follow these tips. I'm not saying you have to do every single one of them, but hopefully some of them will ring true with you. Okay, so we've now got the shape here, so what we're going to do is actually get to the wax itself. Now, it doesn't really matter what wax you use the one that you're happy with. I have a couple that I've tried over a year really now. I've reviewed a lot on the website, and there's a few that really stick out as beneficial to me. They work well for me. Not saying they're going to be brilliant for you, but they work well for me. First one is, hold on one second, here we go. Can we see this? This is the Bearded Bastard moustache wax. I have the Simply Vanilla here, and also the other one which I recommend you try, Dubs. Don't know if that's picking up on there. Dubs Firm Wax. Either one of these I find fantastic. The Dubs Firm doesn't really look like a wax to many people. It's more of a putty, but works really well. Washes out fantastically, and it's got a nice lavender scent to it. I would say, and I've heard someone else say as well, that both of these waxes are competition grade waxes, but they also wash out well, and they're both made from natural ingredients. There's no petroleum jelly in here, there's no crap basically going to go on your moustache. So we'll look at how we're going to get this thing styled. So what will we go for first? I'm going to use the Bearded Bastard first. Now this one is a proper wax, so I do suggest whatever you're using, you warm it up first. Now if you keep it in your pocket, that will help, your body heat will do enough. Another thing you can do is use a hairdryer to heat the surface, whichever you find the best thing for you really. I tend to do my moustache in the morning, so having it in my pocket is not an option because I don't wear my trousers in the shower. So what I tend to do is maybe put it near the radiator, or I'll use the hairdryer to get things going. Now on my website I have an article that goes through what I'm about to show you now. The way we extract the wax is generally a push up with a thumb across, so you get a flake across your thumb like this. Okay, now the best thing to do is start with less than you think you're going to need. Okay, so pull that off your back of your thumb, so you've got a little shaving of wax. Not particularly big there. Considering my moustache is a decent enough size, this should do most of what I need it to do. I mentioned on the article as well, crayoning in. When I review a wax I say that I crayon the wax in, and what I tend to do is, using the wax here, like a little crayon, just start to dab it across your moustache, like this. And that way, we're getting quite an even spread of wax as it goes through. It shouldn't clump too much. Actually, I've not warmed this up enough in my pocket, I can feel it pulling a little. Again, just use your fingertips to really work the wax well, and it'll start feeling nice and soft, and then you can start to apply it into your curl. Now take some care doing this, just gently tease it through. You don't want to go too crazy with it because you don't want to be ripping hairs out. I've seen videos of guys really sort of wrangling the moustache, dragging the stuff through, and you're just going to rip hairs out. It's okay if you're doing it once every now and then, but every day you're going to end up with bald moustache. It'll just start receding and disappearing from you. So I'm nearly through here on this side actually. So I've decided, I don't know why, I've just gone for this side first, to use the bearded bastard on the curled side. Okay, I'm quite happy with that now. Just going to grab the hairdryer. For those of you that have seen the first video, I haven't cleaned the dust out the back yet, I forgot, so apologies. But I'm just going to warm the wax up a little bit and use a comb just to pull the wax through and evenly spread it. But actually I'm not going to, but I would advise that if you've not done it before. This feels as though it's not clumped, I can't see too many lumps in this, so just going to go for it. So medium heat. Okay, what I've done there is just allowed that heat to soften the wax even more and pull things into shape. Even as you take the heat away, the wax begins to set. This is really good quality wax here. And there we go. I don't know if we can see that particularly well, but we've got a pretty decent curl going on there without much effort, no pulling. Personally, I don't like to go too heavy in here because I feel my hairs get down into my mouth too much. I just like to have a light wax in there, light amount of wax, just to pull things out to the side. So we can go to the English side style side even here. So I'll grab the dubs. Again, I would use these either or. I would use dubs to do the other side, to do a natural curl. Okay, so the dubs here, I said before, it's a bit like a putty. Okay, so what we're going to do is just use the nail to push through, but this is quite soft, so we don't want to go too much of this. Again, same kind of thing, so we've got a fair lump there as it happens. So I don't know if I'm going to need all of this, but we'll see. It's been a while since I've used this wax actually, so let's just see how we get on with this. Again, warm it up in your fingers. I can feel that beginning to go already. That feels fantastically soft. And again, not too big a piece. When doing the English, it's really important not to whack too much in first. You kind of want to build it up as you go. Well, I find that anyway. So I'm just going to break a little bit off and just pinch it through. Now I've seen guys do this where they twist as they do it as well, and that is just going to wreck your hairs. So just a nice gentle, whoops, push it into your fingertips so the fingertips are covered. Just a little pinch and drag. Okay, if you feel a bit of a lump, just work that through with your thumb. I can feel here that I've got a lump there where I've over applied a little bit as it happens. I'm just going to add a bit more to the end, but I will comb this through just to show you what I meant earlier. This will make sure we've got a fairly even spread. For English to work really well, you want to start the wax off quite tight into the corner of your mouth here. Okay, so we can see, just going to pull this through. We'll forget the centre bit here because generally I just tease the wax into that part. Okay, so pretty much there actually. I've not like to do too much. Just going to pull the wax through. Okay, so the wax is just going in again. Apologies there, the camera ran out then. And now this is where we get the hairdryer to use it again, just to set this, but this wax doesn't really need too much help to be fair. So I'm going to try and straighten up the edge if I can. So middle heat, and then as that's going I'm going to set it onto cold air to just hold things in place. go with the cold. And there we go. I don't know if we can catch this on the camera particularly well, but fairly straight. I can't really see what I'm doing too well because I've got a camera in the way, but there we go. That is pretty much how we get the English style going on. That both of these will stay all day, and my moustache is kind of resembling Aladdin's lamp with the handle and the spout here, which is quite interesting. Both of these are going to wash out really well tonight. One of the things with Dove's wax is it kind of a bit forgiving, so if you decide you don't like that style, oh look, I'll just go for a coal. Not a problem, that's going to stay. This is the reason I really like Dove's wax, as well as it's smelling good and obviously washing out incredibly well. So I think I've kind of covered anything. If you've got any questions, please do ask me. You can ask in the reply boxes at the bottom. Subscribe to the channel. Hit me up on Instagram and check out the website for reviews of these waxes that I've used today, plus lots of others. I've got beard oils, shaving foams, pomades. That's about it, I think. And there's also a lot of nonsense from inside my head. There will be a series of things coming up very soon, so I urge you to subscribe so you don't miss out. I've got some new stuff coming. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Cheers.